Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you are fine and safe and sound. So, welcome to NFS Home School. This is Ariful Islam, Assistant Teacher of English, National Adult English Version School Morning Shift. Today I am going to conduct an BGS class for class 8 students. Our today's topic, Chapter 2, Lesson 7 and 8 discussions. So, my dear students, open your book, Bangladesh and Global Studies book, and go to Chapter 2, Lesson 7 and 8. We'll discuss today chapters 2, 7 and 8. So let's see our today's class. Class 8, subject BGS, topic chapter 2, lesson 7 and 8 discussion. Lecture 4, SW will be 3, term half-yearly, teacher Ariful Islam. This is my mobile number, messenger ID and today's date. So my dear students, let's start our today's class. So you can see topic chapter 2, lesson 7, 8, half-yearly exam, lecture 4. Lesson 7, activities and role of people who were against the liberation war. So in the liberation war, some countries, some people were against our liberation war. So we will discuss about this. So according to the Darden statistics, Darden at that time, 1971, Darden statistics, almost 7.5 crore people lived in Bangladesh. So at the time, 7.5 crore lived in Bangladesh, and almost all of them were in favor of liberation war. So the Bangladesh, all the people of Bangladesh were in favor in the liberation war. Okay, they didn't oppose. But a limited number of people were against it. They collaborated, they helped. Collaborated means helped with Pakistani forces, betraying the interest of the countrymen. They are called Rajakars in our country. These anti-liberation forces fueled a reign of terror in the whole country by killing, looting, setting houses on fire, and torturing the women. These are the works of these people. They prepared a list of the people who supported and helped the liberation war and freedom fighters respectively. Then they handed over this list to the Pakistani forces. They tortured our people more than the Pakistani forces did. So number 1 is Peace Committee. Dhaka Civil Peace Committee consisting of 140 members. How many members? 140 members was formed on 9th April. Among the members of these committees were the leaders of Jamaat Islami, Nizam Islami, PDB, PDP and Muslim League. All of them opposed the liberation war. So these were the parties that opposed at the time of liberation war in our country. It is Pakistan or Bangladesh. So the activities of the peace committees formed in the middle of April expanded up to districts. The activities expanded up to districts, not only districts, thanas, and even up to union councils and wards level. Truly speaking, members of these committees guided the Pakistani forces in every nook and corner. Nook and corner means everywhere spreaded their help of Bangladesh. Nook and corner, everywhere. Second one is Rajakar. Rajakar Bahini, or force, in the bracket, was formed, the British pronunciation is formed, they don't pronounce R, if they found any consonant after the R. So, was formed with the direct help and assistance of extremely fanatical political parties during the liberation war. Jamaat leader Maulana A.K.M. Y. Yusuf first from Rajakar Bahini. So who formed the Rajakar Bahini? Maulana A.K.M. Y. Yusuf in Khulna in the north of May 1971. So Rajakar Bahini was later formed gradually at other places. Most of them were members of Islamic Chatra Sangha and other extreme religious groups. Said members of Islamic Chatra Sangha and other religious groups. Extreme, then not the normal, extreme religious groups. Al-Badr. This Bahini force consisted of students of Islamic Chatra League, Chatra Sangha of Jamaat Islami students organization, and it is the Al-Badr members who executed the Pakistani plan of kidnap So al-Badr had executed the plan of kidnapping, torturing, and killing the intellectuals in the beginning of December. Al-Shams, another organization similar to al-Badr was Al-Shams. Student fronts of Muslim League and other political parties jointly formed Al-Shams. Chatra League, student fronts of Muslim League, sorry, not Chatra League, and other political parties formed Al-Shams. Dr. Malik cabinet. The Pakistani government removed military Governor General Tikka Khan and replaced him with civil governor Dr. Abdul Muttalib Malik. This is called Dr. Malik cabinet. We'll move to next page. The Pakistani government did this with a view to misguiding the outside world. A civil government opposed to liberation war was formed under him on 7th September. There were 10 ministers in the cabinet of Dr. Malik. How many ministers? 10 ministers. They supported the military junta and worked against liberation war. They conducted their anti-liberation activities through speeches, reports, and instructions. This government was compelled to resign on 14 December. So lesson 8, the help and assistance from home and abroad in liberation war. Number 8, the role of expatriated Bengalis. Bengalis living in different countries of the world during liberation period started to unite together in protest of genocide and in support of liberation war. Expatriates living in European countries used United Kingdom as the center of movement. So United Kingdom was the center of movement. Bengalis living in the United States, Japan, Sweden, France, Canada, in these countries, and Indonesia also responded in support of the movement. So the Bengalis living in that countries, they started a movement, they started the support of the people. They arranged the meetings and seminars in protest of genocide and molded public opinion and collected money in support of liberation war. Some of them even went to India to take part in the liberation war. So they collected money also. Mujibnagar government appointed Dhaka University Vice Chancellor Justice Abu Said Chowdhury, Justice, as a special ambassador to mold public opinion for liberation war in outside the world. This is very important. Justice Abu Said Chowdhury was an ambassador of molding, forming public opinion, okay, gathering public opinion. He tried to get public support and create public opinion in support of it. Bengali officers serving at the embassies in Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, United States, Iraq, Philippines, Argentina, India, and Hong Kong were prominent among those who extended the support for Bangladesh, sacrificing their life and jobs. Representatives of 47 UN, United Nations countries, UN means United Nations in Bangladesh, Jatisangho, countries discussed the Bengali problem on the initiative of Justice Abu Said Chowdhury. As a result of this, Pakistani government was compelled to suspend the killing of Bangabandhu. Mujibnagar government established two missions, one at Delhi and the other at Kolkata. So two missions Mujibnagar government, one was Delhi and the other was Kolkata. The beginning of liberation war. The first mission was established at Kolkata. Besides, Mujibnagar government established missions also at Washington, New York, and London. Number B, role of other countries of the world. Many big and small countries, especially neighboring India, Soviet Union, the USA and China got involved in many ways with the liberation war of Bangladesh. Among the countries, India and Soviet Union directly helped our liberation war. So India and Soviet Union directly helped our liberation war. On the other side, China and the United States favored Pakistan. Understands? This one is very important. India. The role of India is important to draw the attention of the world to our liberation, war of liberation. The genocide that began in excuse of solving internal problems in Bangladesh. Srimati Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, paid attention to the international communities. So at the time of liberation war, the Indian Prime Minister was Srimati Indira Gandhi. She visited various countries in Europe for about 3 weeks for this purpose. In those visits, she exchanged views with the heads of states, diplomats, and the teachers and the students of different universities regarding the War of Liberation of Bangladesh. Srimati Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, she did this. She made Nixon, who was Nixon? Who was Nixon? The President of America. So at the time, in the Liberation War, the American President was Nixon. In November, besides, she made the officials of Bangladesh mission in Washington. Apart from this, different leaders, officers also toured many countries with her to gather support and mold opinions in favor of Bangladesh. So we will be moving the next page. The Indian government gave shelter to about 1 crore refugees. How many crores? 1 crore refugees who crossed the border to save themselves from genocide. Besides, India also helped to run the functions of exiled government at Kolkata and to set up Shadhin Bangla Betar Kendra Bangladesh government. This one is very important. The final war started when Pakistani Air Force attacked an India air base on 3rd December. So Pakistani Air Force attacked India Air Base on 3rd December. At this, India-Pakistan war started on all India-Pakistan borders. India recognized Bangladesh on 6th December. This one is very, very important for your exam. India recognized Bangladesh on 6th December. 4,000 officers and soldiers of Indian armed forces sacrificed their life in the battlefields for the independence of Bangladesh. Most of the Indian political parties, non-government organizations, writers, artists, intellectuals, professionals all stood by the side of us. A concert was organized by Indian famous artist Ravi Shankar named Concert for Bangladesh. So Ravi Shankar was an artist of India who organized the Concert for Bangladesh. British singer George Harrison, this is very important. British singer George Harrison joined in this concert. The money that was earned from the concert given to Bangladesh government, Mujibnagar government. This one is very important. The money that was earned by this concert was given to the Mujibnagar government of Bangladesh. Soviet Union. Then Soviet Union played a very significant role in the favor of the liberation war. The Soviet president Pedgorny wrote a letter to President Yahya in the beginning of April to stop genocide in Bangladesh. Soviet Union decided to prolong ceasefire when war finally broke out on 3rd December. The Soviet Union used its right of veto in UN Security Council. So the Soviet Union used its right of veto. Veto means no, the giving power in UN Security Council to maintain ceasefire at any cost till the Joint Command could capture Dhaka. Their aim became successful. So the only 5 countries have veto power, including Soviet Union, America, China, UK. So United States. The government policy of United States supported Pakistan. They supported Pakistan in the liberation war of Bangladesh. In the beginning, US government helped Pakistan by giving arms and support, but US opposition parties supported our liberation war. India-Pakistan war broke out on 3rd December 1971. So India-Pakistan war broke out 3rd December 1971. Since then, United States adopted anti-Indian pro-Pakistan policy. This role of USA went against Bangladesh. At this time, USA sent the 7th fleet to Indian Ocean to help Pakistan. US sent. But observing international reaction, USA then did not put the 7th fleet to work. But USA Parliament, Congress, and many members of Senate, different newspapers, artists, writers, intellectuals, and politicians, people of all levels played a role in favor of liberation war of Bangladesh. The foreign pressmen started to collect information from the date when Operation Searchlight commenced from the 25th March 1971. So Operation Searchlight was formed in 25th March 1971. BBC journalist Mark Talley made news in favor of liberation war during the entire time. Besides, many Bengalis journalists, though living in an occupied country, sent news outside at the risk of their lives. They had to pay a heavy price for this to the enemies. Nizamuddin and Nazrul Haq, 2 martyrs of 71, are the journalists of this time. Besides, Akashbani, BBC and VOA broadcast news in support of liberation work. Sangbad Porikrama, a news round broadcast by Akashbani, was a very popular program. Devdulal Bandyopadhyay became known to every house by reading out this news. Different programs of Shadin Bangla Betar Kendra, including Bajra Kantho and Chorompatra, inspired the listeners during the liberation war. At this time, M.R. Akhtar Mukul awakened Bengalis with the feelings of liberation war by reading Chorompatra. So, who read Chorompatra? M.R. Akhtar Mukul. So that is today's our lesson, my dear students. Recipe 3 will be submitted on Saturday. Chapter 2, lesson 7-8. Chapter 2, lesson 7-8, make 5 MCQ. So my dear students, do your SNSW at home and submit on Saturday from 9 AM to 3 PM in the school library. That's all for today. Keep practicing at home. Avoid bad parents. Stay safe, stay well. See you again. To the Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.